Yes, good afternoon to each and everybody, those who are the participants of the legal research. Karibu sana, welcome to my class. And today that I would like to deal the Fidelis Prosper Kitange work because he came physically over here. Those who wants to hear online, they can also hear me. And let me start it. The first St. Augustine University of Tanzania, well and good, School of Law. Yes, both the way you can write it. School of Law, either you can write in a small letters or you can write the capital letters also. But which will look good, you can follow it. I believe that the small letters look good here. And the position of a penal legal. The position, when you say the position, this is the title of your work. When you say the title of the work, each first word should be the capital letter, except propositions, conjunctions, and articles. And see, you committed a mistake. The P should be the capital letter. I don't know why you did not make it out. Of the penal law regarding the, see, the is an article, hence T should not be the capital letter. And of is the proposition, hence O should not be capital letter. And two is the infinitive, definitely it will not be a capital letter. And victims of the sexual, of, again the proposition, okay, very good. No, O capital letter, sexual offenses, and is a conjunction, hence it should not be a capital letter. Victim of the criminal justice system in Tanzania. Either the heading, either subheading, or the side heading never ends with the full stop. But you wrote the full stop there. And if you hear my earlier videos, you could know it. And this is your first part of your heading. What is the second part of your heading? A case of, not case of, a case study of Monza region. So when the heading and subheading would be there, it should be connected with the colon. So it should be connected with the colon. You know the colon means in vertical form 2 dots. It's called colon. So that is the thing which is connected, that is called colon. So a case study of, and a case, C should be capital letter and S should be capital letter. C should be capital letter and a case study of Monza region. Okay, good. By Fidelis Prosper Kitange, and people who used to write the registration number. I don't know why you did not write the registration number. Because there is a style, they used to make it, because I saw the registration number, REG, full stop number, and O, then you can write that total, whatever thing, LLM and so on and so forth. So a proposal in partial, see, it is also the same thing. A, you wrote very good. What about the P? The P should be the capital letter. A proposal in a partial fulfillment of in fulfillment, F should be capital letter again. And of B, requirement, R should be capital letter. And I told several times in my earlier videos, of the award of the degree of masters, M should be capital letter. See, how many times I should have to repeat in that way? If you hear my lectures, you would have to not commit such a mistakes. A master of the laws, and L full stop, M full stop, that is the style of writing. And of the St. Augustine University of Tanzania, well and good, no problem at all. And when you write the LLM is the abbreviation, L full stop, M full stop, that is the style of writing. And with the continuation of the another degree would be there, then continuation goes with the comma. So that is the thing. Okay, now let us go to the February 2023. Okay, that you want to make it out. From where the February came. Okay, this February came here. You should be in the first page, but it went to the second page. Okay, doesn't matter. February 2023, then I drawn it. And actually, this is a research proposal, is it not? At least you can make the research proposal anywhere, either the front page in here. You write the research proposal, you write that in the katikati. And a capital letter, proposal, 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 and make always the center when you write it. The fundamental rule is that all should be the capital letters and bold, no punctuation. Heading and subheading and side heading never goes with the punctuation. And heading and subheading never goes with the underline. And all should be the capital letters, heading and subheading. And the side heading, only the first letter of the word should be the capital letters, except the conjunction, prepositions, and articles. Of course, to infinitive also. So 1.1 introduction. Okay, the study deals with the analysis. Okay, good. There is no mistake they found. The penal code response, the aspect of the compensation. Yeah, good. Yeah, there is no mistake. The main focus on the research upon the subject matter of the studies to capture the attention of the government. Well and good. Yeah, the glaring mistakes are not there. When you are writing the article, again, note the point. When you are writing the article 107A, capital A, wherever you read the article, again, you have to write the A should be capital letter. But somewhere A should not be capital letter and somewhere A should not be small letter. Uniformity should be maintained. Yes, background of this study, good. Nice, no mistakes. I found it. Yeah, come on. Ta. Penal code cap. Cap is the abbreviation, and all abbreviation ends with the full stop. Come on. Ta. See? And a keen observer, he will see how your format is there. He will not go through your, but he will go through the first chapter, he go to the last chapter, and he never see the center chapter also. No. But he will see the content, how the format would be there. Because when you go to the Musketini, what the formal dress? Musketini? Say loudly. Pajama. And kurta. A free, loose garments. You never go to the masjid in generally in a coat and pant and waistcoat with a tie. You go for that any conferences. That depends upon the people. So format is very much important factor. And yes, RE29, yes, good. Constitution of the United Republic of Tanzania. Why did not you write the C capital letter? Constitution of in the footnote, I am speaking about the footnote. True, footnote. Yeah. And as amended, generally as amended time to time should be in parentheses. You know what is parenthesis? Circular bracket is called parenthesis. As amended, when you say as, A should be the capital letter. As amended from time to time, then all footnote ends with the full stop. So the moisho, the full stop should be there. Okay. Administering so and so, no problem at all. Yeah, Criminal Procedure Act and being United States. Yeah, come on. The evidence in the case of Duggett versus USA. When you read the Duggett versus USA, that is there you committed a mistake, isn't it? What is the mistake that you committed? Can you tell me? Uh, Repayment amount is 10,500, 1,500. Just a minute, just a minute.
I think the V should be in capital letter. It's a stand for vis-a-vis. Should be in capital letter full stop.
Just a minute. Yeah, now it should be Duggett versus USA. When you want to say it, it should be the not underline. You should not underline. It should be italics. Italics. Italics, you know italics. And we should be go with the full stop. We should go with the full stop. See, that is another way. We should be the small letter and full stop. USA. And USA doesn't go with any full stops. No. USA is a initialism. No initialism goes with the full stops. And no bold. No bold. And that is a, and 5. And again, the footnote, when you are write it, no, Kwanzaa, first comes comma, next footnote. But what you wrote? comma.
comma.
Next, footnote.
Comma.
Suppose if it is ends, then you can put the full stop. If it doesn't end, then continuation is there. It is a continuation, it is end. When you end, again you can put the, no, at the time, why do you put the full stop here? Comma here. You put the full stop, then footnote. Okay, in this way. Yeah, this is the way. First full stop. Next, first full stop. Next, footnote. Is it clear? So that is the style of writing. Yes, in this case, the Dagger was accepted. Okay, again the same thing. Barker versus Wingo. So once I told means it's applicable everywhere.
So I should not
Yes. What I told just now, you have to hear it. And here, the double inverted comma, IN, there you put the space. The space should be removed. More space is there. In ordinate delay between the arrest, the inverted comma and I, you put the more space, you should be drawn near. That's my point. Is it clear?
yeah.
Then you say defendants. Oh, defendants, right. How do you make it out? Okay. Say cancel. I don't know where it has come. Okay. The defendants, a defendant and a defendant. What is a defendant? Defendants, that is. Defendant's ability. Apostrophe. Where is apostrophe? Defendant's ability, when you say, there should be apostrophe should come. Apostrophe defendants. You know what is apostrophe? Here,
Yes.
Jew, apostrophe, ability, yeah, ability, so and so, okay, well and good. And cap, CAP cap, 2010. Okay, CAP cap, again the full stop, you have to write it, okay? And then comes the USA, okay, no matter, you wrote it well. As amended, again, I told you the same thing, what I told you, within parentheses, and A should be capital letter and ends with the full stop. You have to make like this. Okay, nulle prosecute, very good. Enter nulle prosecute. It's a Latin terminology, hence it should be in italics. Yeah, the other thing, 1.3, statement of the problem, comma, ta. In the statement of the problem, 1.3, why did you keep? I told you the fundamental rule. Heading, subheading, side heading never goes with the any punctuation. Huh? You put the punctuation. You did not hear my. In many cases, I told. Not one place, two places, many places. I told. Statement of the problem. Okay. It is often maintained there, so and so thing, very good. No mistakes we found. And right to fair trial, no mistakes. For a quite a period. What is the quite spelling? Here, right to fair trial in many jurisdiction, and there you come across in the line 1, 2, 3, 4th, in the fourth line, the third line, right to fair trial in many jurisdictions in a constitutional right in that fourth line. Problem of a quiet period of time. What is the spelling of the quiet? Quiet. Quiet. Quiet means silent. Quiet period of time, for a quiet period of time, and criminal cases. On the other hand, okay, nulle prosecute, not to wish to prosecute. Not to wish to prosecute. Okay, good. But why did you write here? In the beginning also you wrote. In the beginning you have to wrote not to prosecute. But you did not write nulle prosecute in the beginning. You wrote in the second time. Always write in the first time only. If you want to write. Second time you need not to write because already you mentioned in the first time. But I saw nulle prosecute, you did not write there. Here, right to fair trial in many jurisdictions, not jurisdiction. Jurisdictions is a constitutional right to be specific. See, article. I told you already. When you put the article A capital letter and always use the A capital letter. But in the beginning you wrote in the capital letter, now you wrote the small letter. Uniformity should be maintained. If you want to maintain the small letter, you can write the small letter. But when the sentence starts with the article, at that time you write with the capital letter. So that's why I told you, you have to maintain the uniformity. Okay. Then it's no problem. 1.4 objective of the study is very good. And this, yes, Kamata, 1.4.1. Specific objective, why put the full stop there? And why not O should be the capital letter? Why not O should be the capital letter? This is the fundamental rules of the Constitution of the United Republic of Tanzania. Footnote, seventh footnote. Again, as amended time to time, within parentheses. Half the, why you want to write half, OF half the? I don't know why you. I don't know. Seventh, no? Seventh, where did you keep it? Seventh footnote. I will check it. Seventh footnote. Where did we keep it? Acha, effect of the. That's why you wrote of the. Okay. But did not write. It gives a sense. When you wrote, that means it gives the sense of the so and so thing only. But anyway, that you wrote it, no matter. Let it continue it. But which section deals, which article deals? Of the you wrote. Which article? Did you mention the article there? When you wrote of the? Yeah, you mentioned. You mentioned already. That's why you say of the. And if you don't say of the also, it gives the same sense. Okay, no matter. Try to avoid Arabic cardinals in the body of the work. In the this 1.2.3.4 no, never use this because it can be used only in the footnote, number one. And you are not supposed to use it in other. And it can be used only in the side headings. No, try to change it. How do you change it? You wrote small Roman 1. You wrote small Roman 1, small Roman 2, small Roman 3. You can write it instead of writing small Roman, you can write, and style of writing also, you change it. You write Romans, then arrestor. Don't write the full stop. Arrestor, arrestor means a curve. That is called, this is starter. This is arrestor in parenthesis. So that is the style you have to adapt it. Yeah. And see, when you wrote 1, 2, 3, again, note the point. Generally, like 1, 2, 3, like this, go in such a style. How many are there total? You wrote 4. Is it 4 are there?
4 years.
And the last but one goes with semicolon and. Write semicolons, Moisha. All semicolon. 1 semicolon. And 2 semicolon. And 3 semicolon. And. Fourth, you wrote in that manner. Again, when you say, come to the matter of the, but not limited, when you say arises, objective that arises, no, arise, because objective is the subject, plural form, and hence verb also in the plural form. So that is the thing. And but not limited, no, to include, but are not, because they are the plural form. So one, two, three, and you wrote and principles and. When you write the principles, comma, and that is the style of writing. Then the aspect of the compensation to the victims of criminal. I am speaking about the small Roman one. Are you following me? Small Roman one, I am following. And small Roman two, you wrote that to identify the loopholes. Loopholes is one word. You wrote the two words. Loopholes is the one word. And when you read from the main objective, from the main objective, comma, there are some specific objective that arise from it. Then 1, 2, 3 that you wrote it. Okay. Now, second, criminal, victim of the criminal. Victim of the criminal. Second point. Victim. The third point, you wrote to identify if there is a statutory. If there is a statutory scheme for compensation to the victim of crime in Tanzania, semicolon, and the fourth one, to suggest reforms, then end with the full stop. Research questions to be answered. This is the whole style of research questions to be answered. It is a hypothesis. Sir, in the guidelines it is like that. Is it? They wrote research question is to be answered. They wrote in the guidelines. It is hypothesis. Research question should be answered is nothing but hypothesis. Enough. And now, if the general object is 1 and the specific objectives are 2 or 3, then the total becomes 4. I don't know how many general objective, specific objective you made, 4. And 1 is a general objective. So 1 is a general objective and specific objective are 4, means in your hypothesis there should be 5. In the hypothesis there should be a 5. Because you look at me, general objective become the first hypothesis. Is it clear? And the variables, special objectives becomes second and third and fourth. So you wrote general objective 1 and a special objective 4. Am I right? So 1 plus 4 how many? 5. The 5 should come in the hypothesis. So either you decrease 1 in the special hypothesis, merge it, then it is 3 becomes, and the first one and this 3 becomes 4. The same general objective should come in the first hypothesis. I don't know whether you made it. Again, I told you, don't write the cardinal numbers, Arabic. Write the small Roman. Always write the small Roman hypothesis. Never use bullets. Never use ABCD. That is the rule. So now I would like to check whether you followed the same way. Objective of the study. That is where is the general objective? You don't mention general objective. Why you did not mention general objective 1.4.1 and specific objective 1.4.2? Wapi 1.4.1. 1.4.1 is a general objective. General objective, that is. And
Specific objectives
uh-huh.
aligning with the research questions. We were told for writing research question or hypothesis in regard to
Research questions are nothing but a specific objectives.
sure. And that was what is it?
Remove it, unnecessary that is. When you are writing hypotheses, when you are writing general objectives, when you are writing the specific objective, remove the research questions. So, always keep in the mind, general objective 1 and the variables are specific objectives. So, two variables are there, for instance, then 1 plus 2, 3 appear in the hypothesis. If the three variables are there in the special objective, then 1 plus 3, 4 should appear over there. It is an equation, mathematical equation it is. But when you write the 4 objectives and you wrote the hypothesis 4, what about the general objective? So what is the purpose of it? Your general objective is going to become a first hypothesis and the specific objective is going to become a second and third and fourth. So you change it that one and see that you should be appeared 4 here. You should you make 3 variables and you make 1 there. So 1 plus 3, 4. Because 5 hypotheses, try to avoid it. Hypothesis should not cross more than 4. Suppose if you want to make, okay, you can make it out, but make 5 hypotheses.
And sometimes we realize about not more than it's better about at least 2.
See, what will happen if the family is there? Of course, your father, how many children your father is having? 8. What about you? Your last one. You are not married. And what about your brothers? Do they have 8? Your brothers having, do they have 8? Your sisters having 8? Why? Why? You cannot justify them. You cannot, in all means, in the same manner, if the hypotheses are many, you cannot justify them. Try to narrow down. That is a very important factor. Okay, now hypothesis, you check it. As I told you, that principle that you adapt it and you write it. Is it clear? But never use 1, 2, 3. That is called cardinal numbers. Never, ever use. And nobody will give this such type of lesson to you. It is restricted only, footnote, restricted only to the side headings. Agreed? Yes, 1.6. What is the Kosaya? Kosaya. 7, nime Kosaya. Hosea. Okay. So now that is the scope of the study. Actually, comma. Therefore, comma. But, comma. Nevertheless, comma. However, comma. These are the fundamental rules. Actually, comma, with regard to the study, the scope, again you put the comma, it will be limited to, not within, limited to the territory of the United Republic of Tanzania, and to be specific, researchers will conduct this study within the Mwanza region. Okay, good. Significance of the study, Nini Kosaya? You hear my earlier classes, I told this several times. Sir, you told, but we did not understand what you told. But why you did not listen it once again? So that is the way. Okay, now we'll go to the study will play the important role role in motivating, not towards, role in motivating the government, role in motivating the government, then okay, right, see, recognition of the right to, no, rights of, right to, no, rights of, of those who suffered, and justice, criminal justice, you don't know, justices, no, criminal justice system, criminal justice system only, justices, no, okay. Then you can go further. Here, TAWEA, TAWEA, the public at large, especially the victim's crime. Hence, you wrote deservings. Hence, you need not to write by. No. Hence, convincing the offender, not by. You need not to read the by. And again, you come to the matter of the upon the accomplishment of this study, comma, the researcher, the study, comma, the researcher, and again here, victim of the criminal justice system as well. And then this will enable and equip the researcher what nini, full stop, comma, colon, semicolon, nini, full stop. What is another name for the full stop? What is another name for the full stop? Huh? Period. Period. Okay, now reference for, not to, the Moisho line. It is reference, you wrote to, reference for their future research, not research, future research. Tosha. Better research methodology, okay, good. Then the research design, yes. What is the Kusaya? 1.8.1. Why you did not write it? Yes, the study is not a qualitative study. The study will be qualitative research. In which you wrote. No, you don't write in which. Which, you can write it if you want. Or when you want to write which, in which, you write, why which, in, why in which, you don't write in which also. Just write, it explores. It explores. The study will a qualitative research. It explores. Enough. In which, why in which? It explores means the same thing. Okay. And offenses, okay. Good. Execution. The execution. Pointed on how to the execution. Is, you wrote. No. Key points is to, you wrote. No. Key points to be. Is, you remove it. Key points to be. Is, you can remove it. And here done by the offenders. Was done by the offenders as well as determining the rights of the victims of the criminal justice system. See again, criminal justice system when you are writing, same, you are writing small c and small j, small s. You write in the same as it is. Otherwise, criminal justice system, we write all the capital letters. C capital, J capital, S capital. But maintained uniformly. And data collection, Nini Kosaya? Yes, I don't know why. It should be written in that way. Meanwhile, full stop. See, never write like this. Here. Only one. arrester, primary. Primary data source, write only small Roman and arrester, Tosha. No full stop. No full stop. Primary data source, D should be capital letter, S should be capital letter. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, then no matter. Cap, Chini, 8-9, footnote, cap. Nini Kosaya? Cap is the abbreviation, hence it ends with the full stop. Is it clear? So that is the method that you have to adapt it. Then secondary source data. Again you remove the first starter, only arrester, and S and D should be capital letter. Is it clear? Right. Then it's okay. Documentary service. Nini Kosaya 1 point, 8 point. Why 3 point? Why 3 point? Huh? Why 3 point? No point. Documentary review. R should be capital letter. And here again you made the mistake. 4 point. No point. Non-doctrinal. Again research. R should be capital letter. Non-doctrinal. Multidisciplinary. Involves a multidisciplinary approach to legal research. So in order to complete the goal, researchers intend to employ, not employs. Intends to employ, not yes, you wrote yes. Okay. Now both the questionnaires and interviews are stated here under. Then what you wrote under? You wrote semicolon. No, it should be colon. Questionnaire. In questionnaire, again you wrote. You remove the first starter, questionnaire. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
You remove the first parenthesis and arrested only you have to keep it. Questionnaire. Don't write questionnaires because heading, subheading, side heading always try to be singular. Employ a questionnaire. In the study, the researcher expects to employ a questionnaire. Then composed by set, composed of enough. Composed by a set, no, composed of enough. Then other type or another type, not other type. Composed of a set of questions in or another type of prompt that is a quite good sentence. And before relevant respondents, yes, and relating to an aspect of compensation to the victim of sexual offenses, as well victims of the criminal justice system. Good. Among the largest, and here advocates, and most importantly, victims of the two dimensions will be considered. Next, interviews.